Start up those fryers.
The Gitsus were Hifumi Yamada and Kiyotaka Ishimaru. Cause of death for each was a blow to the head.
We believe it was the tank of propane.
It is thought that they were both killed with a similar weapon. That's all?
Yeah, different sizes of propane tanks.
It's funny that the first me.
We got witness for the rest of this.
Stop it with Batman. Batman, bad touch.
Nixon, no.
Batman.
That is no problem after all. The events of this case unfolded right before our very eyes. We should know more about what happened than the Monokuma file could. Anyways.
Anthony, your only character left is Kyoko.
No, you forgot Tutorial Man.
Listen. That's right, Tutorial Man is the greatest of us all, isn't he?
There's one thing else that's bothering me.
Do you want me to do British? Do you want me to do British Byakuya and you could do Sakura?
Are you talking about Kyoko?
No, I like Nixon. You can do Sakura though.
Nixon is
I want to do Sakura. You could do Sakura.
Fine, I'll do Sakura.
I'll do Sakura.
She has an alibi for when Celeste and
Haley wants to do Sakura, and she kind of actually sounds like her.
Oh, okay.
You know what? Hold on.
Do it, Haley.
Let's
do it, Haley.
roll it. We could roll a die.
Without a doubt. She has an alibi for when Celeste and Hifumi were attacked.
Okay, you're
What if
the
not grungy enough.
Alone.
Not grungy enough. You have to be grittier.
Had an accomplice.
You did it perfectly before.
You needed more blood in your throat.
An accomplice? What are you doing here?
Where is she?
Where is she? Don't be rude. I'm here to answer your question.
What question?
You're talking about accomplices, right?
No.
I'm pretty sure I explained it before, didn't I? During the
No.
first class. Yes, I did.
Nuh-uh.
Shut up.
I'd like to ask the bear.
Speaking of which,
He's
I want
talking!
to ask
He's talking!
if there is an accomplice, do they become the blackened?
He said it!
And so I shall answer.
Yes, and so I shall.
Ah!
Accomplice, but only the one who does the killing will get to graduate.
So, in other words, two people can work together.
God, her.
But one of them has no
She's
chance
so
of progress
goth and
without-
emo and mommy-like.
Then there's no way anyone would work together, right?
And she's filing a restraining order.
I'm okay with that.
In other words,
At least she acknowledged me after all. So basically, you can have an accomplice if you want, but there's no gratification in it.
So
What about like feeling good? I don't know.
Of not being lonely.
Wait, me or who? Who wants to talk
That's
to her?
you.
Me?
Yes.
Yes.
So, are you saying nobody worked together in this together? This time.
Sounds about right. Sorry, I can't answer that. It would obstruct the free exchange of information between you guys. I just want to make sure you don't forget, no matter how much you might assist in a murder, only one blackened can graduate. An accomplice gets nothing.
I bet Monokuma is one of the guys who worked on Web 3.0.
So, in other words,
Shut up. Oh, wait, that's not me. Come on, Nixon.
Do you need to figure out the one who that one black and Jace is the killing, right? Just like her.
well,
Okay. Let me take this opportunity to clarify the whole shebang. It's like Futurama, Nixon. In this class trial, what you need to determine is
extreme.
the one true black man who devised the murder and the plot and put it into action.
Wait, Monokuma, wait a second.
I mean, Makun was half black, so it's okay.
Just one person?
Well now,
That's enough to explain if I...
You know, Monokuma's racist.
Yeah, but he's also no. He's not racist. He's homophobic. Remember?
Well,
You can be both.
Now it's time for the final battle between all of you and the Blackened. Good luck to all the contestants. Nah.
There can
Bring
only
on.
be one Blackened. An accomplice won't benefit.
What do you think about black people?
See, what?
stop right there.
Pog. They are poggers. I think they are pog.
Okay, so,
Oh,
then you
also-
think that you think that black people are superior. Okay, I get it.
Grant,
racist?
since you just got here, basically Monokuma just cleared up our question about accomplices, which is that only one person can be deemed a
Escape.
blackened.
And what?
Can be
black?
deemed a black. Yeah,
So then one person killed both people.
something like
Well,
that. Yes.
Not necessarily. There could have been
It just means only one person will benefit from killing people.
So the person who devised the
still dies
entire
either
murder
way.
plot.
If they
So-
do it wrong.
I imagine if it's like okay, so like let's say for example that Kyoko devised this murder, right?
Mhm.
So if Kyoko convinced Yasuhiro to kill one of them, right? Kyoko would become the true blackened because she's the one who had the entire murder plot. in her
No,
head.
that's not how it works.
No,
Would it not be?
Yasuhiro would die because he's the one that like smacked
The
them.
person who commits the act is the actual person.
No, but
Don't worry,
they killed
we'll
two
get to
people.
that
So the
later.
idea is that
Wait.
like
No, Dominic's
No.
explanation was right.
No.
they killed two people. So then Kyoko would have killed one person, and Yasuhiro would have killed the other.
Okay, well then yes, but
And
if
the-
only one person actually, let's say, stabs someone, that person gets it, not the mastermind.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Well,
I
you
don't
say that
I don't
though.
know, I
You said if
understand it.
Kyoko devised it.
debacle. Is that the term I'm looking
But isn't
for?
that what Monokuma just said? The person who devised the plan
Okay.
gets blackened.
That's literally what Monica
But that's not true though. Literally, the other games
Wait,
deny
yeah,
that.
I know what you're talking about
What is
too.
going on?
Monokuma
You
was
know what?
lying.
He's
Actually,
lying.
Kyoko would
He's
be
a
connected to
liar.
this After all,
You may be right.
Oh god, I wish I still had this document from episode
The main
1.
character.
If it's true,
Or
then,
episode two,
then
or
Kyoko, where are you? Where are you, Kyoko?
As long as she's not connected to the case, it doesn't matter. Let's get back to the investigation.
He's trapped in Yasuhiro's sex dungeon.
Have absolutely no doubt that Hero is responsible. But for the time being, I suppose it can't hurt to pursue further information.
Like, what color were they?
Like, who did it?
You know, I don't think we should consider. Don't you think we should consider someone a suspect, just in case?
And who would that be?
What? Joseph Bidinas?
No,
Hydenus.
hilarious. Your mom. Oh. I'm talking about the murderous fiend genocide Jack.
What? Offended.
Cut out.
The Discord sound suppression cuts out my screams.
When did you?
I've been looking all
Wendy?
over for you, Master. When I woke up, you were nowhere to be found. I hate that term so much. With that
Master.
Ugh, ew.
Hey, does that
Master.
He
mean
hates
I
it too. I'm
legally
glad we all
own her?
hate that term.
Hey,
It's
I am
terrible.
quite fond of it.
I don't think you want that.
Anyway, you there. Milk
Browns,
sack
I'm
dinner
quite
girl.
fond of slavery.
Silk sack.
Why do I gotta be a suspect?
Well, I mean, you are a serial killer.
So what? I'm like a special guest suspect every time. I have an alibi, you know.
She's right about that. When we heard a famous scream, she was with me. And when the bodies disappeared, she was still lying unconscious in the equipment room. Plus, Taka's body aside, I can't imagine any way she would have been able to move Fumi's body.
Right, I calculate every move I make. I'm not gonna kill someone when everyone knows what I look like. They don't call me the murderous fiend for nothing.
What are you saying?
It's not the kind of thing you should be bragging about, you know.
Let's
Exactly the
see.
kind of thing she'd be bragging about.
On
Wait,
another
where-
topic, should we post a guard by the bodies like before? We can't have them disappear again.
One of her scissors have like a gold skin on them.
Oh yeah, we don't have Mondo anymore.
Hina and I can handle that. You don't mind, do you, Hina?
I mean, I'm sure a basket of butter is good enough to protect the crime scene.
I'd be useless on the investigation. Anyway, but
Oof.
mob
And
shits
that's
are big
that.
enough to block the door.
Let's begin.
This whole thing is so strange. All but one of us has an alibi, so figuring out who did it should be obvious, right? But maybe it's just me, but I don't think it's going to be as straightforward as it seems.
So you see,
Monica
I
Momoa
really
three?
hope that it's not Yasuhiro, and the game implicates somebody else, and it's actually that person, and they actually do it correctly.
Taka. He'll never move again.
Oh, and not like case 2.
Not like case 2.
Monokuma, Taka died from a blow to the head. We found Justice Hammer 4 near his body in the equipment room. Is that what was used to kill him? And there's a tarp laid out underneath his body. Did the killer use this to move Taka's body? In that way, there wouldn't be any blood left while the body was moved. It's dolly. It doesn't have a handle. I saw this in the art room before. I guess it was used to move statues around. It's kind of awkward, but if you bend down, it's not too hard to use. But wait. Wasn't this in the equipment room when we found Taka's body?
So that's how they moved Taka's body.
And look at the wheels. There's blood stains on it. So there's bloods on the wheel of the dolly that was moved from the equipment room to the repository. What's the explanation for that?
That's interesting.
Fumi's
how'd they
big,
move?
cold body laid on the floor. Oh, you
Jeez,
sad,
fuck's
sad
sake.
man. His really big body. Why did we get
Jesus Christ! The man's dead! Give him a break!
I mean, how on earth was the killer able to move someone so big?
Jesus Christ! Shut the fuck up!
You know, how did they get killed without their skulls getting caved in?
It's an anime.
Yeah, it's anime. I don't think
Probably like a lot of internal damage.
Yeah,
Really?
but then they just be knocked out.
I mean,
No.
internal bleeding?
Yeah.
I don't
Your
know,
brain
maybe
swells when it
origin?
gets hurt.
Yeah, but they wouldn't be killed that fast, though.
It could be instant,
To
right?
be
Bump
fair,
to the head,
Hifumi
you
didn't
sure
die for a
anything's
while.
possible.
That's true.
No,
Hifumi
but
didn't die
like, he
instantly.
clearly got killed by a second hit.
Yeah, a second hit.
Anyway, from the
Then
nurse's
how did
office,
Taka get
where he
instantly
was
annihilated?
discovered the repository, all the way from the first floor to the third floor, without anyone noticing it at all.
Also, I like
in the
how
world
small.
does he teleport?
I love the implication of how small his legs are.
It's no good.
Oh,
It's
his
just
legs
bullshit.
don't exist.
Now,
Like, he's splitting really hard.
and if I remember correctly, Hifumi's fatal injury was also a Bodo thing. Probably from Justice Hammer 3, which was laying on the floor.
Wait.
Oh,
Also,
gross. This,
like-
he's still got sweat in his face.
Hifumi's?
Something's off about his body. Why am I getting these feelings? His glasses are clean. Something about Hifumi's body is in the nurse's office versus his body now. That's it! His glasses!
Whoa.
Oh.
And his body was the nurse's office. His glasses were covered with blood.
No,
Now that he's
it's not
here-
Hifumi. Did Hifumi do this?
They're
How did
completely
he kill
clean.
himself?
Wait
Does
a
that mean-
moment.
Someone wiped his glasses off? But who would do that? And why?
Check his shirt. Check his
That's what,
shirt.
that's what Hifumi would be. Wait, hold on. Wait a moment. So, so if Hifumi did it, right, that's why he would have cleaned his glasses off. And it would also make sense because of... That's why also we would get reminded about the accomplices at this point, because then Hifumi would have an accomplice somehow, right?
Wait, so then what did
Because-
Hifumi do?
Aspects to the incident
Because
this time.
Hifumi-
Too many, to be honest.
What did
Hifumi
he
would
do?
have somehow convinced the accomplice, somehow would have convinced Monokuma's assistant, right? Because there's a spy, someone in the class, right? That's someone in the
A
class.
traitor?
So then, a traitor, right? So then that could have been Yasuhiro, right? So if the traitor's Yasuhiro, that would make sense that Hifumi is supposed to be the real Blackened, right? Because who else would come up with the idea of Justice Robo, right? Other than Hifumi.
You mean
Yeah.
Robo Justice? Get it
Robo
wrong.
Justice, right? Sorry.
Idiot.
But
Jesus Christ.
think about it, right? And then so that would make sense for how Hifumi would have still been alive while in they brought him to after they brought him to the nurse's office, but then would have died, right? And why his glasses would have been, because the thing is, he would have hit himself on the head again, or he would have made it look like his head got hit again, right?
Considering that, it may be good to look back on everything that's happened.
Good junction.
So then,
Would you like my help?
Yeah, let's look back on things.
Please scratch my back.
This morning, only 4 of
I
us
cannot
met up
reach
at the
it.
dining hall. Hina, Kyoko, you, and myself.
Ooh.
We waited for the others, but nobody showed up, so we decided to go look for them. It was around 8 o'clock when we began our search.
Soon after we split up, Kyoko disappeared.
Have y'all found her yet?
No.
Okay. After that,
still don't know
Hina
where
found
Yasuhiro is
Celeste
either.
in the rec room on the 3rd floor. They quickly came and got you and me.
According to Celeste, she was attacked by a suspicious individual and lay unconscious for about an hour. In other words, she was attacked for an hour before we found her, meaning just after 7 o'clock.
A Robo Justice.
Wow, that's a great costume.
Based on the picture Celeste took, we discovered her attacker was dressed in a strange costume.
That's the other thing,
Was
right?
Robo Justice.
Because
It also
Like it did.
became clear that this Robo Justice just dragged Hifumi away. After meeting up with Toko and Byakuya, we began searching for the costumed assailant. We found an injured Hifumi in the library on the 2nd floor. We took him down to the nurse's office on the 1st floor and resumed our research. But not long after leaving the nurse's office, was wrong.
I saw a shadow. Something move around at the top of the stairs.
I saw your shadow in my room.
I can't take back the love that I gave you.
Based on Celeste's claims, we went back up to the 2nd floor where we split up and began searching. Then right after that,
During time, she had apparently seen the suspect on the 3rd floor. Hearing her screams, we quickly made our way to the 3rd floor.
Celeste! Oh.
That was a rather intense scream for someone like you.
Saw him. The strange costume man. He ran off as soon as I screamed. I was blocking the stairs, so he headed further down into the hallway and disappeared.
And then, pee pee poo poo.
Oh, yes.
huh?
What was that?
I came from downstairs. It must have been.
Fumi, he's in the nurse's office. This is bad. Come on, we have to go back.
Stinky.
At that point, we decided to split up into 2 groups. Celeste, Hina, and I went back to the nurse's office. Meanwhile, Yubiyaki and Toko pursued the suspect on the 3rd floor. And when we got back to the nurse's office, we found Hifumi's corpse. Which is also when we heard the body discovery announcement play. I left Celeste and Hina alone and headed back to the 3rd floor to tell the others what had happened.
However,
But at that same time, we had discovered Taka's body in the equipment room. Which means Hifumi and Taka's body were discovered around the same time.
It would also make sense for Hifumi to be the killer because they had a rivalry.
And because I remember hearing the body discovery
motive.
announcement play right after finding Taka.
Showed up and told you and Byakuya and Hifumi that it had been killed. I can't English. Then you, me, and Byakuya all headed back to the nurse's office, leaving behind Toko, who had fainted. But as soon as we left the physics lab, we ran into Celeste, who just arrived to tell us something very unusual.
His body has disappeared.
We hurried back to the nurse's office to discover that his corpse was in fact gone.
Then we remembered We had abandoned the unconscious Toko and rushed back to the equipment room. This can't be happening. Are we hallucinating all this or something?
Time, Taka's body had disappeared. So from there, we began our search for both of the missing bodies. And after some time,
Celeste told us she'd found the bodies, and we all headed to the repository.
and there we rediscovered the two bodies that had apparently vanished. And that brings us up to now.
However,
Looking back, things have certainly been very active. If you want to look back at the case again, just let me know. I'm fine anytime.
Thank you. Oh my god. Let me talk to
Okay,
you.
so,
So,
hey, Makoto, I've been thinking about something. It's about the repository.
Huh? What is it?
Look at all the hammers that are gone. After Hifumi and Taka's bodies
Yeah,
disappeared,
you're right.
we split up to look around, right? I was really scared, so me and Sakura stuck together.
That's it. Hina did it.
And
Hina and Sakura are the accomplices.
we came right to the repository too, you know. Look around. But when we got here, the repository was locked. We couldn't get inside.
It was locked? Oh, sorry.
You're the one that read it and you forgot to change.
And we came here as soon as the search started, so there's no way someone could have beat us here. So if that's true, then who locked it? Why is it unlocked now?
I wonder the same thing. The door was locked when the search for the bodies began, but now it's wide open. There might be some secret lurking in there, but I'll probably have to I have to read harder to leave this area to figure it out.
Okay, before you click anything else. Okay.
Too late. Yeah. There are
Yeah,
hammers
fuck
of all
you.
different sizes hanging on the wall, although some are more like mallets. Mallets? Could the Justice hammers been designed using these as a model? Either
Wow.
way, the hammers have been... Anyway, all the hammers here have been obviously seen a lot of use. Brother, they're
Or
all
they could've
covered
just
in
been,
debris and chalky stone powder. Wait.
painted.
For some reason, this one hammer isn't dirty at all. And it's wet. Did someone wash it recently?
That's Justice Hammer 5 in
That is hardly
disguise.
evidence. That is
Okay.
hardly.
So here's the thing, right? What I'm thinking is if it was Hifumi, right? Hifumi is the person who would be most active here in the art area, right?
Mhm.
There's also the fact that if there was only, since obviously there's probably only one Robo Justice, right?
Mhm.
So that Robo Justice would have been the one to kill Taka, right?
Mhm.
So because Robo Justice would have been able to go to the third floor, right?
Mhm.
And then leave Hifumi could do his thing, right?
Mhm.
So then Hifumi feigns dead, right? And ends up implicating Yasuhiro so he moved himself to the repository.
Mhm.
Rather
And,
than
and that's why Robo Justice didn't kill him when the Celeste took that picture.
Yeah. Right. That's also the reason why Robo Justice didn't kill Celeste. Because then Hifumi has an alibi.
Mhm.
Because then it's like, okay, well then clearly it's like, oh, it would have been Hifumi, right? Because he got carried away by Robo Justice.
Well, let's continue. There's only
Well,
one way
clearly,
in and out of this
Clearly,
room.
Hifumi's plan backfired though, because now he's like actually dead, right?
His glasses are clean.
Tummy hurt.
And he was sweating.
Wait, so he's still alive?
He may be.
Through the door that he
Wait, but the
said
body
he
announcement though.
Hmm.
Maybe Monokuma's also an accomplice?
Well, no, the
Yeah,
idea
you
is that
find-
the idea is that Hifumi's accomplice would have been the person that was working for Monokuma.
Hmm. And you know what? Monokuma would do things to make the case more interesting. So, yeah.
And there is the idea that if the accomplice didn't get a free pass by being a traitor for Monokuma,
Mhm.
then the accomplice could have just ended up killing Hifumi anyway. So like
So you
after
think the traitors got special privileges regarding the
yeah, so then if they don't have special privileges, right? Then after Hifumi moved himself to the repository, the traitor would have just killed him. Then and there.
There's definitely
Right.
a lock on the door, but it can only be locked from the inside of the repository. I don't see any way to lock it from in the art room. The door can only be locked from the inside of the repository, which makes me wonder. Hina and Sakura confirmed that the door was locked after we started looking for the missing bodies, and the door is designed so that it can only be locked from inside the repository. In other words, it's a locked room murder case. When Hina checked it, someone had already gone in the repository and locked the door. When they were done, they unlocked it and left, which is why it's unlocked now. But Hina claims there was no way someone could have beaten them to the repository. So that certain someone... What? Was that a sentence? Anyway, I got lost by reading that.
Can't you just like open the door,
that
lock
certain
it, and
someone-
shut it, and it remains locked?
Yeah. That someone had to have already been in the repository.
Or
Hon.
you just open the door, lock it, and shut it, and walk away.
I have to look around some more. So what is there?
But then you wouldn't be able to get back in. 'cause
Oh wait,
it'd
I
be
forgot. I gotta roll around.
Well,
I
that's
can-
not
yeah.
important.
Can I not move around? Like, no, that's not what I wanted.
I don't know. I think that the person who would know most about the repository would be Hifumi.
Well, let's just ask him.
I think. Oh yeah,
ask
we're just gonna go ask his lifeless corpse.
Yeah.
I think I need to talk to Byakuya. I think he's the last thing I have.
Yeah, go talk to the British man.
Byakuya, do you think
Not
Hiro really did
British,
it?
mate. I don't see how anyone could think otherwise.
I don't so how to think anyone otherwise.
When the attacks and murders and disappearances all
Yes,
happened,
Dominic.
every one of us had an alibi.
Yes.
Owl boy.
An
And
owl
the
boy.
last thing Fumi said when he died,
Yeah.
Doing,
Hiro's
right?
name.
So, in other words,
then there was no room to suspect anyone else.
Okay,
What?
but if he did do it, why would he hide his identity with that weird costume?
Maybe he thought that no matter what happened, he'd be safe as long as his face was covered. Because he's the fool of the century, you see?
I mean, he is kind of dumb. But you really think that's enough to explain it? I feel like there's a clue hiding in there somewhere.
what?
And is that it? That's all that bothers you about the case?
Well,
Also,
no, there are a few
Byakuya like
other things.
slowly
Why did the
gets
killer try to
less
hide the
pissed
bodies?
off.
They probably figured that if we couldn't find the bodies, we couldn't complete our investigation.
But if
Yeah,
that's
because he
the case,
realizes that
we
he's a
found the
beta
bodies
male.
pretty easily, didn't we?
Again, goes back to the fact that the Cobra was a moron.
Was it? Is that really all there is to it? The other thing that bothered me is, why'd they bother killing two people?
What?
What?
Because all the rule says is, if you kill someone you can get away with it, you graduate, right? So if you're the killer, your number one priority is just not getting caught.
Which is why you
Killing
kill
two
the second
people means
person.
more clues, more chances you'll get found out.
I see.
Hold on. Perhaps. I see. So that's what that means.
Is everything okay?
That's enough.
Don't talk to me as if we're friends.
Huh? What's with the attitude?
But you have my appreciation.
Goodbye.
Thanks to you, I have some fun with this after all.
His mysterious words hung in the air as he left the repository.
Stop.
He talks
You
as if he
Jesus.
figured something out. But if he did, would it have killed him to tell me what it was? There's gotta be a clue around here somewhere. Maybe I should check somewhere else. There are places I already know about. First, the nurse's office where Fumi was found, and the equipment room where Taka was found. I think the equipment room is... Where is that? What floor is that? Equipment room... It's physics lab, right? So that's on this same floor, so I'll do that one first. Alright, let's run over there. I think it's this way, I think. I could be wrong. Should be in the physics lab.
So we're still
Yeah.
meeting at 9?
And the equipment room should be in the back, right?
Okay, so like with the body discovery announcement, Hifumi was still alive when the body discovery announcement happened.
So then what triggered
He
the body?
was just unconscious. Okay, so the reason why he was just unconscious is because then he woke up in the repository and then died. So the idea that Hifumi could still be alive is definitely a possibility. It's just that he may be acting like a corpse.
There's some kind of tire mark. Hi, Mark. Going through the pool of the blood in the middle of the room. This reminds me about that dolly in the repository. There was blood on its tire. Could that blood have come from here? Which could that mean Taka's body was moved from the equipment room to the repository using the dolly? Both rooms are on the 3rd floor, so that definitely could have been possible. But even if the dolly was used to move Taka's body, what about Hifumi? Hifumi's body was in the nurse's office on the 1st floor.
He walked.
Even with the dolly, there's no way he'd get up to the 3rd floor. Still, that's a total mystery.
He walked.
Justice Hammer 4, the weapon that was used to kill Taka. The body was moved, but the murder weapon was just left here. Why? Anyway, let's talk
Psycho
about the
lady.
tart. Huh? This tart. I feel like I've seen it before, and just recently, too. It was underneath Taka's body. Oh yeah, I forgot that's me. I was sleeping right here, and the killer got carried the body away. I'm super pissed I missed such an ultimately rare event. Oh, is that all?
That's it.
Let me check it before I'm space. Tarp already did that one. Yeah, that should be it, because that's just a stereo.
Alright.
So next
Class
one's
trial.
the nurse's office.
Investigation over!
What else do we need to check? Oh, we need to check the nurse's office, right?
I don't know. I think it would be really interesting if Hifumi was the mastermind.
Oh, the
Or
case?
it's the idea that he was somehow convinced into doing it by the traitor, right?
Yeah.
Because there was only, like, clearly... Okay, so there can only be one Blackened, right? And if the if the traitor had special privileges, right, then they'd have no reason to kill Hifumi, right? They just need it to be interesting for Monokuma, right?
Yeah.
Isn't
That's
there
their
that
entire
one
point.
mystery person that's talking to Monokuma?
Yeah, the mystery person is who we presume to be the traitor.
Oh, okay, okay.
What are you investigating, Celeste?
I'm investigating it. Precisely speaking. I'm simply going around seeing if Hiro might be hiding somewhere.
And then you're gonna get beaten to death.
What about you?
You know, I'm just checking this and that. The main thing on my mind is how someone could have moved Hifumi's body.
See.
How Hifumi was moved?
Why does this game have plot
Disappeared.
holes?
You were supposed to be in the nurse's office, right?
Yes, indeed.
Game's written bad.
Correct. Hino was not feeling well, so I stayed behind to look after her. But she seemed to be getting worse, so I took her to the bathroom where she made poopy.
When you
And
got
then
back,
when you
the
got-
body was... That's me, boy. And when you got back, the body was gone.
We could not have been gone for more than a minute or two, though.
Yeah. Hina said the same thing. So then the killer was able to get in and move Hifumi's body in that short amount of time?
Indeed.
It would seem so.
To be pretty
How
strong.
did someone move such a heavy body that easily? I love how the game is like
The thing
so big, and I'm like, why are y'all so gay?
Like, the problem is that this game it has a good character. It has like a bunch of good and interesting characters, and like some like actually good writing. And then it's like it has just really bad moments where something's clearly like not. It's just not good. Like in case 2, where it's like Habyak Yagober.
Evil Bakia movement.
Oh, see, they did it again. Someone as big as Hifumi, in only a couple minutes is. I can't think of it. Anything is less than impossible.
And then there's the fact that they got the body discovery announcement while Hifumi was still alive.
Yeah, that's kind of sus.
So
What if he died and
It's
came
like-
back?
That was the one they used to kill Hifumi. Someone moved the body, but they left the weapon behind.
like
Is there anything
if the body discovery announcement can only happen when someone's already dead,
on the fridge?
then
Wait, so Grant, do you think that Hifumi actually died and someone came back and resuscitated him?
Nah, he just came back on his own.
It's like
No
that's
one
just
can pick
dumb.
videos or
I wonder if
anything.
there's
He
anything to
gave
drink inside.
himself
After
CPR
everything
for
I've
a
been
hit
through,
to
I'm
the
totally
head.
parched. Maybe I'll take a quick peek.
He had a fairy in a
Blood
bottle.
packets in here for blood transfusions, I guess.
See,
Doesn't help me though. I'm not a vampire.
blood trit. Oh, you're joking. That would have been the perfect time to say, "Oh, it looks like there's one missing." Literally the perfect thing to say. There's one missing, and it's like, "Oh, Hifumi did it, right? He got the blood transfusion pack and he put it on the ground, right?
Did you do the trash can?
Oh, this little. I didn't
A
see
trash
this.
can."
I didn't even see that. My bad. It's just a normal trash can. Huh? Wait, there's something inside. It's too small to be a handkerchief.
Oh
It's
no,
a
glasses cleaning cloth.
And it seems like it's got some kind of cartoon character on it.
Oh my god.
That's cringe.
But it's also covered in blood. Whose pad is this?
Oh,
Oh my god. If the killer's actually Hifumi,
Did you find something?
it's like, oh, this is gonna be good.
Yeah, there was a cleaning cloth in the trash can.
A cleaning cloth?
Yeah, and it's all bloody. Whoever this belonged to must have used it to wipe up some blood. But who would need to do something like that?
It would be
Single,
Hifumi
right?
because he got up and walked away.
I haven't the slightest idea.
Yeah, me either. But I don't think it might be important. Alright, where else should I actually be studying? So I already did that. What else is there in here? Trash can, the thing about
I think you cleared the room.
Yeah, I think I
You can
cleared it.
investigate the hammer again.
Oh, we already did the hammer.
Oh.
Oh,
So this is where you were. I've been looking for you.
you'll miss me?
Like, there's so many things
Yeah.
pointing to Hifumi.
I wanted to thank you for what you did. Not that you meant to, but you ended up making this little game of ours very interesting indeed.
Oh no. I'm gonna send that.
You should go to Hero's room. Oh, and let me give you this. It's a condom.
It's a con. Thank you, Byakuya.
Interesting condom.
He's gonna go fuck Kyoko now.
It's a weird thing to put on a
Wow.
condom.
This is the note Hero wrote to get us all to meet up, right?
You remember well.
Well, the penmanship was pretty remarkable, so it left an impression.
It's all clear now.
Anyway, this makes it clear, right?
No,
This is a trap.
What is?
me.
Things grow ever more exciting.
So the idea, right, is that they would vote for Hero, but then Hero is not the killer, and then Monokuma is like, haha, everyone dies. So that'd be cool. That'd be fun.
Things grow
Gosh.
ever more exciting.
You're silly.
Haley?
Yeah, I'm sorry. What are you talking about?
Sorry, I haven't been listening. What are you talking about?
Byakuya being like, handing
I
me
don't
that
owe you
stuff?
any more explanation.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Also, Hero's message has been added to the true code search. So he said go to Hero's room, but I bet it's dirty. What's waiting there for me? I hope it's Kyoko. I love
It's
her.
covered in
Oh,
cum.
Okay, I'll send this text message later.
You just walk into Kyoko's room and you find her masturbating.
I wish.
Just
I
like,
don't. She just seems like the kind of person who wouldn't do that.
yeah,
What?
she seems like the kind of person who'd be completely ignorant.
Like
No.
totally straight. Like to a T. Maybe
That doesn't mean she
like
wouldn't masturbate.
maybe like a cigar to like fit the whole like detective stereotype.
I mean, no, I'm sorry.
Right
I
there,
would like to
wasn't it
believe
Hero?
Kyoko is a normal fucking
No,
human
Sakura.
being.
I don't think she is, Chief. I'm gonna be real.
I feel like if she wanted to just go play with her cooter for a second, she's allowed to.
Unlocked?
I mean, yeah, she's allowed to, but I don't think she would.
Guess
Why?
I can go inside.
It'd be really
I
funny
still
if
think so.
Hero was dead.
Might not be a great idea, but I'm
Why
gonna
are
take a plunge.
talking about this?
I wonder if
Because
he's
I'm
dead.
allowed to talk about this. That's why.
Hey, motherfucker playing poker.
This is Hero room. They're all kind of weird stuff in here. This is such a weirdo. Where do you even get it all from? Did y'all see the camera twitch?
What is the camera twitching?
Whoa! Hold up now. What the
Camera's
fuck?
phasing out of existence. What?
Is the camera okay?
You want to like investigate the camera?
That's so good. Where did he even get that from? Well, unfortunately, he still hasn't turned up.
Also, did the cameras always flash? Like what?
Yeah, I never seen
I
it.
don't remember that detail.
It means Monakuma's watching you right now.
If I don't
Yeah,
get
it must be.
the search is room right. Shut up. It's not
Investigate the
Dude,
camera.
can you click on the camera?
Click on the camera.
Okay.
Oh
I'll
my
click on it.
god.
I think there's something in the cardboard box.
I don't care.
Yeah, there's the Robo Justice.
Something's made out of. It looks like cardboard, plastic, and plaster. Is this Robo Justice? And it's in Hero's room. But wait, these are blueprints. Something about them bothers me.
What, the handwriting?
Wait, so if the camera's twitching, does it mean teleportation's actually back on the table?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's just a bug.
Don't worry about it. I think I'm gonna worry about it.
Don't stare at the SCP for too long.
Are you sure about that? Just don't look
Listen.
at it.
Makoto's
It's bathroom.
survival instincts are popping off right now. He knows not to look.
Bathroom.
That's the monitor.
Do it.
Door.
Oh,
in
I
there.
wish.
Oh, the bed. What's
Did he leave his
the
underwear on the floor?
bed? I don't know. There's no
I
underwear.
do that.
It's a normal bed, pretty much like the one in my room. Okay. Then we'll
Hey,
go to
remember when
the
the toolkit for the boys were a thing?
I don't want another
Yeah.
Sayaka case. I soundlessly check the bathroom.
I wanted to check for one here, but
There's
There's
nothing
no
in
option
here.
to.
It's pretty grungy though. How does the bathroom even get this dirty? He's a boy after all. Is that all we need in here? Yeah.
I have to say, girls are nasty.
Fair.
damn.
Leave the area? Yes. Where are we
Cootie.
going?
Kyoto! Big
Y'all
news!
destroyed
Big
bathrooms.
news!
What's wrong?
We found Kyoto! Kyoko!
You found a whole city?
The whole city?
Wait, I wasn't done. There's more big news.
Just a second.
Robo
Uh-oh.
Justice showed up
Jeez.
too.
Yes,
Alright,
ma'am.
cut the episode. Leave it on a cliffhanger.
It's Hero. Wearing the
No,
costume.
we got another 30 minutes.
Anyway, as soon as you can, head to the pool on the second floor.
I think Hiro and Kyoko would turn up at the same time. Anyway, I have to head to the pool. I ran off to the second floor as fast as I could.
He was stunned while staring at my knockers.
What?
Y'all look so small. Kyoko in
I mean,
Robo Justice?
Oh man, I've had the worst day.
What?
Hiro?
Looking pretty dapper, my dude.
Hiro?
oh, hey, Makoto.
Yeah, duh. Who else would it be?
That's a good question.
What? Why do I look like this? What? Did someone come along and remodel me while I was sleeping? Was it the Illuminati?
I want to keep talking to you,
with
but I
this
don't
guy?
think you're gonna. Yeah.
Did the Illuminati come and remodel me in my sleep?
Alright, Kyoko? Why are you here?
I found Hiro. He
Wow,
was
really?
jammed into the pool room locker.
What?
It looked like he was fast asleep, so I kicked him and woke him up.
Don't be mean.
I still can't believe you kicked me. You could have been more gentle about it, like, I don't know, caress my face or something.
You're wearing a mask, and that's creepy.
Anyway, Kyoko, where have you been all this time? You just disappeared all of a sudden without a trace.
Wow.
There was something I had to check up on.
Yeah, like how
What do you mean?
easy
You
it would be to
period?
crack Hikomi's skull.
Never mind.
I can't just never
It's
mind.
nothing.
Never mind.
She's
I
on her
better be
period.
Bruh,
Hey,
you're a criminal. Shut the fuck up, bitch.
More
Don't you never
importantly-
mind my ass?
She says that, but does she have any idea? Does she know people think she might be spying on for the mastermind?
Do you know she doesn't care? First of all, Hiro, you need to explain to us why you're dressed like that.
I mean,
Well, I mean, I have no idea. 1 second, I was asleep. Don't even know how that happened. Then I woke up, and then I was here.
I don't care. Do something about that costume. It pains me just to look at you.
Well,
let me out of here.
I don't know what's up with this thing, but I can't actually get it off. A little help?
Why would you make Something that you can't take off by yourself.
You got it all wrong.
I didn't make this stupid frickin' thing.
It would seem.
There's a clasp on the back that's keeping you from getting it off. It looks pretty sturdy. I don't think you could get it off by your own.
That's
Or on
like
your
a
own.
suitcase clasp, dude. That's not
what?
sturdy.
Yeah, that's stupid for like doing.
Like, how is that little thing keeping on all his like arm and leg appendages?
Dude, as soon as you take it off, it just disintegrates.
Well, I imagine it's
Like-
like a it's like there's a top to it, because you know there's kind of like a flat top where his head is, like where his neck is. I mean,
Yeah.
so like
That's
maybe
what
it's
the
it's
clothes
keeping
can't
on
do,
that part,
really.
and then so when he pulls it off, right?
You can't pull
Like-
it off.
Well, when you pull off the clasp, it allows like the torso to all come apart, and so that would let go of like the arms and the legs, right? And the
But
head.
so it's like a two-piece, really?
Yeah, wouldn't someone
Um,
have to help him though?
Yeah. So it'd be like a two-piece torso, and then like each leg, and like
Well,
arm and
hey-
the face.
Hey,
would be
we're
different.
we're talking about after the clasp becomes undone.
Yeah.
After what?
After the clasp
clasp
becomes undone.
Yeah.
Oh, anywho,
We don't really have a choice. Let's help him.
it took everyone's help, but we slowly were able to get Hero out of that suit. It took a few minutes, and eventually we get all the pieces off.
Woo, free at last. Isn't it kind of weird how perfectly the suit fits Hero?
So then.
Also, how did he keep his jacket on while he was inside that? That must have been like.
And how did he keep his
either.
hair in that position while he was inside that?
That's true. That's a big afro.
Damn.
That's racist.
More to the point, nobody but Hero would be able to wear that costume.
But wait, what? Hold on a second.
Honestly.
While they're trying to act innocent, the blueprints were in your room.
Is that okay?
In other words, it's obvious to everyone that you made this costume.
That's true. I saw the blueprints myself.
Yeah, me too.
Could it be?
Man, it's obvious. The one who put this costume on and went around attacking everyone
That's terrible.
was Hero.
Now we tie him up and gag him. Ooh.
Oh.
Good idea. We wouldn't want him killing anyone else. Eye me up?
Hold on,
I
guys.
didn't do that, but
I think that's going a little far.
Right.
He may be a suspect, but he deserves fair treatment. The American way.
yeah, I
love
mean-
waterboarding.
attacking blueprints. I have no idea what you guys are talking about.
What the heck?
You can't talk your way out of this. It's been decided. You killed them, and I'm gonna kill you. What? Who killed who? I have no idea what you're talking about. There must be a venture running around.
What are you saying?
You're the only one who could wear this costume. So who else could have possibly been the costume attacker?
He's just talking to himself.
How do you know I'm the only one? Maybe you should talk for yourself before you convict me. You slut. Fine.
Whoa!
Fine. If you're gonna be a jerk off about it, I will.
I'm gonna jerk
Missing a
off about it.
Beat a bit. A bit. Not missing a bit. Yeah, I know. I hate that. Don't you mean a bite? Aha. Anyway, he started putting on the Robo Justice costume.
Huh. See? Look. See how loose it is? I mean, come on. I'm blind as a bat in here. Can't see my feet at all. I'm surprised you got anywhere in this.
I'm telling you, it wasn't me.
And not to mention, you totally can't bend at the waist. Seems like a pretty obvious oversight.
That's not a very nice thing to say. I mean, it's not like I made it. I just got caught up in the moment.
Well, either way, now we know for sure, right? I mean, it seems pretty clear that nobody but Hero could have fit into this dumb costume.
Damn.
In a huff, Hina took the suit back off again.
Ah.
Well, now you're all out of excuses. No, see, it's because you're a girl. If it was another guy, then
Go ahead.
Okay.
The smallest dude.
I will. I picked up the pieces off the floor and tried putting them on.
He's
It's
built
no
like
good.
a girl.
Arms are too long. There's no way I can wear this.
Just a second.
see, I told you it was impossible.
You're absolutely right. It seems this costume was made to fit
Hero body, exactly.
But
Then there's another costume. They must have one that looks the same, but fits them.
Honestly.
You
If you insist that this is a fit, then show us some evidence.
what the heck?
Evidence? I don't.
You claim you're...
If there's another suit, yes, then you must find it and show it to us.
Just the worst.
Hero's the only one without an alibi during this whole thing anyway.
You know what sounds good right now? Some honey bunches of oats.
I think we're missing about Kyoko, but I don't remember who that is.
Terrible.
Which is how
But
we
she
know
has
it was
an
him.
What?
I mean, is that really true? I have no idea what's been happening. Could someone, like, tell me?
Nice.
Global Justice costume has been added to the Truth Bullet section of your handbook. Who do I want to talk to?
Kyoko?
Kyoko? Alright.
Maybe
Mommy?
I'll just talk to her.
She looks like she's lost in thought. I don't think she's in the mood to talk. I better leave her alone.
Slap her.
Ooh, okay. Talk to Hero again?
It's looking more and more like it really was a setup.
Was it a setup, hero?
What the heck?
If you don't tell me what's going on, how am I supposed to understand? I think I figured out that someone's been killed, right? But, hey, Dakota, who was it?
Well, 2 people were killed, Taka and Hifumi.
What? 2 people?
Just
God, you're really active, Makoto.
Why are you freaking out? You did it.
I did not.
Wait, hold on.
If those 2 are the ones that were killed,
How about that?
that's it. I know who did it.
So then.
You may as well tell us then.
Taka and Fumi were fighting over alter ego, right?
Alter
I'm
ego
at
killed
least
him.
30% right.
Which means... Which means alter ego ancestor Kirchiro must have done it.
I see. That's unfortunate.
Please.
Fortunate?
Stop trying to trick us. Just admit that you did it, okay?
I'm telling you, you got it all wrong.
Oh, so.
I know that note.
Note?
Last night, someone slipped a weird note under my door. And here's what it said. I found a hole maybe we can use to escape. Monokuma can't find out, so don't tell anyone else for now. Let's meet in the rec room at 1 a.m. That's the last thing I remember is going to the rec room. Then, for some reason, I fell asleep.
Hey.
The real killer probably drugged me or something.
Just the worst.
Not a chance.
So.
No, hold on. He could be onto something. The nurse's office did have chemicals that could do that.
What? Really? You're pretty knowledgeable, Kyoko. Are you sure you didn't do this?
I told you, someone's trying to set me up. A secret passage, a chance to escape. Someone wrote all that to trick me.
Even if that's true, you must be one dumb fish to buy every piece of bait that floats in front of you.
Well, after being jabbed to so long, even if you know it's a lie, you still gotta check, right? Oh, they preyed on my desire to get out of here. They deceived me.
I still don't buy.
Don't be mean.
Well, you should buy it.
It's at a great value!
From Walmart, great value.
50% off!
It's price matched too.
Okay, then show us that note.
With pleasure. I have it right here in my, pocket.
No way.
Looks like I lost it.
Dude,
Yeah,
it's actually
sure.
him. It'd be kind of funny if it was actually him.
Please, you can't believe I wouldn't hurt a fly.
I said before, if you want us to believe you, you must provide evidence. Can you show us the note?
I don't know. I just thought Blue's Clues for some reason.
I have no particular issue with what you claim, but if you want us to believe you, give us a reason.
It's Hifumi, I'm telling you. What the heck, for serious?
Nice. Man's dead.
Now then, shall we resume our investigation?
alright.
Okay, fuck you.
What? We need to keep investigating. We already know who it is. I can just choke him out right now.
Choke him with your boobs.
Why? Why
If
did
you
you kill
scream,
them?
I'm gonna choke you with my breasts.
Tell us, hero. No, it's like I said.
It's the worst.
What? Was it really to get the memory of Monokuma off of this? Ah, yeah, that must be it. It must totally be broken. That's why.
He did spend like what $1 million on the crystal ball
orb.
1.5.
Yeah. Well, wait, that's a false accusation. Someone help me!
What are you saying?
Just be thankful we haven't pounded gagged you yet.
We're gonna
If you have
pound
time
him.
to yell and carry on, you have time to search for your evidence, right?
Yeah, you're right. I need to look for the second suit and that note. Feet, don't fail me now.
I guess I better get back to guard duty.
Oh right, yeah, I forgot you're supposed to be guarding the bodies. Why are you here?
I was gonna go ask Toko or Genocide Jack, I mean the Jarl to switch with me.
The Jarl? Why the Jarl? He's got way more important things to do.
We're going back to Dragon's Reach.
Isn't Genocide Jill supposed to be following Byakuya for, like, whatever
What if
reason?
she and Sakura got into a fight? Then we'd have a dragon on our hands.
Wait, so why did you ask to switch with her? Why did you...
Well, bye.
Is
What about
Aoi
one?
the
What about
traitor?
one?
Makoto.
Makoto, do you have a second?
Yes, mommy.
I want you to help me with an investigation.
It would seem.
It looks like I got a late start on this one, so I need to make up some ground.
Sure, I don't mind helping, but can you promise me? Nintendo is playing Elden Ring. Fun. But can you promise me something? Later when we have time, will you tell me why you disappeared?
Why is that?
No.
No.
Reject me so
HD,
simply.
what the fuck?
Anyway.
Like,
Anyway, I need your help. You don't mind.
Girl
do you?
just wanted to play with her coochie. Leave her alone.
Okay.
Let's
She's a
This.
human.
Now then, shall we?
Listen,
Shall we?
this is a life and death situation. If she wanted to play with the cooch,
Hey.
then she could just say so.
So
You know,
Makoto,
they have to live there.
first I'd like to examine the corpses.
Going to defend her
I
coochie
can't believe
rights.
I'm hearing that from a girl at the same age as me.
Correct.
Dead bodies don't lie, you know. They tell the truth far more easily than the living.
I mean, she could just say she was doing private activities in her room.
Wouldn't you agree?
That would be a
Like to
good
see
lie.
video
Okay,
evidence.
answer.
Anyway.
Anyway,
video
we have to
evidence,
hurry
please.
before the class trial begins.
It's like, I'm
Yeah,
really
yeah.
into edging.
Okay then, show me where the bodies are. You know what, she probably is actually. I retract my statement. She probably does masturbate, but she edges instead of going all the way.
She just
That's
goes
even
the
more
fucking
unusual.
whole
Have you seen
day.
those girls?
She edges but doesn't finish.
Oh my god, she would have more testosterone than any man.
I edge, but guess what? I don't finish.
Asserting dominance over here.
Trans person 101.
What does trans have to do with this?
I was about to say, like, Jesus, what does that mean?
When she
got it.
transcends gender by just being too cool.
It's called
Yes.
Fudanari.
I don't think Kyoko's a Fuda.
There's probably something out there.
Would you want to find out?
No, don't.
Well, maybe, because there's a 50% chance I'd see Kyoko's coochie.
It's a
Yeah,
Wait.
win-win.
Get all this out. I hope.
No,
not,
it's a 50% loss, but there's a 50% chance of winning, and I like those odds.
Never tell me
Make
the
sure you
odds.
send it in the man.
Except for when they're good.
I play Borderlands. 50% is basically winning.
I actually don't get that joke. Is that a reference to legendary shops? I don't understand.
Yeah.
The Fumi
essentially.
and Taka.
Hey,
moment,
Steven, were you
Kyoko
having
seems
fun in
over-
your room?
Only for a moment.
So then.
Well then, let's get started.
Well, I'll take that as a
Down
no.
next to Taco and without hesitation began poking and prodding at the
I knew
bodies.
it.
The Monokuma file was right. They were killed using similar weapons.
Yeah, Steven,
Movements
we
were so
hear you.
smooth. She was
Oh
so
no, bro.
calm. Seeing how comfortable she was actually made me feel a little more comfortable. So what have you noticed?
I see.
Makoto, I found something.
You did?
Hey,
You remember the wristwatch Taka always wore in his left hand?
No.
It's gone.
I didn't actually. Are you so oblivious to people around you? Do you dislike other people that much? I thought I was the
Not
loner.
bad. Anyway, you said he had a watch?
so then.
Take
You're
a
like,
look.
bitch, I'm about to beat your ass.
No, Makoto does not have the spirit to say that.
I know I would though. I'd be like, bitch, smack her.
She like fucking like CQC catches your hand.
Not- okay,
Consecutive
not-
CQC.
She's a detective. She doesn't have combat experience, Anthony.
I mean, she's pretty confident in leaving her door open at night.
Well, just because she has balls of steel. It doesn't mean
Well,
she's good
she's
at
like-
fighting.
Clearly, she has a gun somewhere.
Did you find
Yeah.
out yet?
Anyway.
I mean,
Find out
Kazuhiro
what?
Miller is cool with being fucking legless, but still.
Someone like tries to fight him, and he's like, "Bring it on!" And the other person just fucking pushes him.
Just I'm over. Like fuck you. So bad.
It's
Terrible
broken.
jokes are
You
funny.
can see the hands aren't moving, right? It's most likely broke. Most likely broke when he had his encounter with his assailant. And if you notice, the hands are frozen at just past 6 o'clock.
That would mean the watch was broken sometime just after 6.
That's right.
But last night, Taka's watch definitely wasn't broken.
You know how fucking hard it is to break a
Oddly
mechanical watch
stoppery.
like that?
Like he would have had to land on the watch to break it, right?
Like
While he
even
was-
even then, it would have to be such a small point of impact just to crack it and get through like the actual like mechanical side of it. Because remember, those are like all made out of brass.
And then there's the idea that his wrist, like his arm and wrist, would have taken the impact, right, as well, because they would have bent to. Because we're assuming that the hammer hit it, right?
Yeah.
Wait, so most likely the assailant made sure to break his watch?
Yeah,
What?
basically.
Why?
That's what it would have had to be.
weird.
Dude, that cereal slap.
That
I
would've
mean,
been-
strawberries.
Worsened the case
What?
for them
Deserves to go
because
into
then now they have a time of death.
Yeah, what?
Yeah, and then that'd be like giving them information.
It
which
broke
Is,
on accident.
even
It had
so,
to.
it's weird. I
It's
just
a
think it's.
game.
I know, but I'm overanalyzing it. Okay, I just think it's silly.
Yeah,
Anywho.
just keep
This
it
game is
silly.
silly.
How long were you gonna keep us waiting? Taka's irritated voice pierced the air, and he stared pointedly at his wristwatch. It's almost 10 o'clock, you know that? Bedtime for all the little boys and girls.
In other words,
So if it worked at 10 last night, it couldn't have been broken at 6 p.m.
Wait, there wasn't a
Must
wristwatch
have
on his
happened
bottle.
at 6. What?
on his body?
I think that
Yeah.
was just PFP, not the PFP, but the picture.
Sprite.
It's he said he had it on him, meaning it must have happened at 6 this morning. It was probably like underneath his sleeve in the picture. Anyway, continuing on.
however,
And that's not all. Look at Taka's left hand.
It's broken. No,
he
it's not.
appears to be gripping something.
You're right. There's something white in there.
Makoto.
He's
Is
come.
it his hair?
It's kind of
Can you try and pry
liquidy.
it out?
Me?
Hey, does anyone last
Shit, it
cookie?
smells.
Rigor mortis has already set in. Boys are better suited for this kind of manual labor, right?
What is rigor mortis?
Bro, is
You know
this
what?
the girl who
What?
clenched Chihiro's penis? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, you know what? Who is the person
That
who
is
went over and just like
Honestly, Kyoko, shut the fuck up, bitch.
Chihira's penis?
As much as I didn't want to, I grasped Taka's cold hand. The ice cold hand was nearly enough to cause my heart to stop beating. I was being
That's actually
dramatic,
kind
of
of
course, because that would be sucked if I
concerning.
had a heart attack in the middle of an investigation. Ooh, 3 deaths. Heart attack. After some effort, I was finally able to free the object from his tightly clenched hand. A piece of paper?
Was that all he had in his hand?
Yeah, that's it. Just a little scrap of paper. Doesn't seem much like a clue, does it?
Is that right?
I wonder about that.
It's
Kyoko
almost
turned
like
to
she
human
knows
body.
there should have
Wait,
been
wait,
something
wait.
else.
Let's
Wait,
check
wait.
what's up.
So there's the fact that Yasuhiro got a piece of paper, right?
Uh-huh.
And it was taken off of him after he got to the rec room, right?
Mm.
We're assuming that he did. So if the idea that the same trick was used on Taka, and they killed Taka, right, after luring him in there, right?
Yeah.
Right.
So, and so when they tried to take the paper away, because it was clutched in his hand, when they took it away, it ripped. And they either didn't bother to check or just didn't care.
Probably more like they were on a tight timetable. Let's check Fufumi's body now. Perhaps she's left us a useful clue. Yeah. Actually, no, he was closed at 6 a.m. They would have plenty of time.
Yeah, they would have had plenty.
The biggest problem I have right now is how his big body moved. I knew it! I knew it! Is how the killer was able to move Hifumi's massive
Let's talk about the elephant in the room!
Hifumi to be
I mean, just look at that belly.
Jesus Christ.
Big chunkus!
You know, can we also notice how Ofumi absolutely demolished his backpack?
It just got consumed.
Backpack gone.
It got fucking obliterated. Like,
I mean, I guess it's also possible his backpack's just empty and he just carries it around.
Yeah. It has
Like-
a monopad in it. Monopad. The Monokuma, not file. What is it? The handbook. E-handbook. In his
Yeah, e-handbook.
backpack. Yeah, just that. Something flat. Maybe some pencils, paper, something
That
flat.
sounds like some shit I'd bring to like your house. It's just like a little tablet and like have a massive backpack for no reason.
All the way from the first floor to the third, and all without anyone noticing it. I just can't see how that's possible. Furthermore, it seems that Hifumi died from a blow to the head. He was most likely killed using Justice Hammer 3, which we found in the nurse's office, but
Talk about a gruesome way to die.
when we found his body in the nurse's office, his glasses were covered in blood. But now they're spotless. Does that mean someone wiped his glasses clean? But who would do that, and why?
But wasn't he alive between
That was the exact
time,
same
or
thing
was
as we
he
saw last.
died already twice.
So, did you find anything?
I did. More than I expected, to be honest. Look at this.
A wad of paper?
That's right.
Hifumi had it hidden on him.
Hidden?
Indeed.
He stuffed it in his pants. So I can only assume he'd hidden it on purpose, you see.
okay,
There's
so
no
is it in
problem
his
with the
pocket?
pants, does
Oh,
she?
you...
Why is that?
She has no
It was just
problem
his
with
pants. Not like his socks or something.
I don't know.
It better
I don't know what
if-
it
Yeah,
means.
oh dude.
Okay.
How scandalous checking someone's socks.
It better have been his pocket over, like, you know, digging around, like, in his underwear. Kyoko.
Some skin marks.
Anyway, let's take a look at the paper. Go on. Go ahead, Makoto. Open it up.
Why me?
I don't have the motor skills to open the paper.
Oh no, it was definitely that type of stuff down his pants. Okay.
Yeah,
Kyoko has carpal tunnel. Confirmed.
Can't confirm. I was thinking of how it was stuffed down his pants. It's like, it's better to be important. He'll put me
her
or
hands
I'll
are-
never...
Is Kyoko a
Be important to
necrophiliac?
me, or I'll never forgive you for this. A note. I found
There
a
it
hole.
is.
Maybe we can use it to escape. Monokuma can't find out, so don't tell anyone else. For now, let's meet at the equipment room at 6 a.m.
Wait,
Like
see how it's
Naruto times
ripped?
F.
See how it's ripped?
So,
That sounds
Oh.
very familiar.
That's it. That's the same thing Hiro said. Then he was telling us the truth.
however,
Although, it's not exactly the same thing, is it?
Yeah, this
So
was like 1
that
a.m.
was the one that was sent to Taka then.
Hmm.
Because last night someone slipped a weird note under my door. Because he said that it was like 1 a.m. or something, right? And here's what it said. I found a hole maybe we could use to escape. Monokuma can't find out, so don't tell anyone else now. For now, let's meet in the rec room at 1 a.m. See?
The time is different. And the location. Hiro told us his note said to meet at 1 a.m. in the equipment room. This one told us to meet at the equipment room this one told us to meet at the equipment room at 6 a.m. Oh. But the note they wrote to Hifumi asked him to meet at 6 a.m. in a different place because I'm retarded.
Hold on. Just because Hifumi had the note doesn't mean it was meant for him.
It was meant for Taka. Because
Huh?
Taka had the ripped note.
so
Because
Part of
Taka
it
had
is
the
torn
ripped
off, right? I think there's likely some meaning there.
There might be some meaning to it, a part of it being ripped. Could you explain it to me a little more? I'm kind of retarded.
Think carefully. Use your big mommy brain and figure this one out, Makoto.
No.
I don't think I will.
I have no idea. Just tell me the answer.
What if it wasn't just a scrap of paper when he was holding it? What if it was something more important? And how would something important like that become a mere scrap of paper? That's where you need to answer. What you need to answer.
Hey.
And while you're at it, I should tell you one other thing. The two victims this time definitely had their e-handbooks on them. So the handbooks have nothing to do with how the murders were carried out. Not that there was any reason to think that they were connected to the killings in the first place.
So you're saying I don't have to think about the handbooks this time, right?
Is that right?
If you didn't have to think about them at all, I wouldn't have gone out of my way to mention it. All I said was that they weren't used to help carry out the murders. There may come a point, however, where a handbook may play a role.
Handbook may play a role. I don't think I understand, but if Kyoko thinks it's important, I better keep it in mind.
I also don't remember the part. What?
Like, this doesn't make sense.
With the handbook part?
I straight up don't remember this part of the case.
It'd be funny if Fufumi's handbook was broken because he's laying on it.
Oh,
Dude,
we're going
perfect
up to the
timing,
beginning of
dude.
the
Yeah,
thing, right?
progress.
You want to just
Should we
save it here?
stop here?
Yeah, let's save it here, because I'd like to be able to equip the skills.
Okay,
Last
so
time the game affect us.
my theory is that Hifumi could be the killer, but which would be really interesting. Which would mean that the body discovery announcement isn't infallible, which would make sense for how Monokuma runs things.
Monokuma is a bastard.